Welcome back to the Meta Slayer show, where we slice and dice the hottest topics across the worlds of Warhammer and beyond. And today's no different. It's an all-new Munitorum field manual with some updated points and a host of new faction packs. What does that mean? It means new detachments, and it means we're here to reveal all. To my right, we have Mr. Bard.
Hello.
To my left, we have the Meta Mike.
Hello there.
We're going to rip apart these rules for you. First, it's going to be Chaos Space Marines. Let's go over these all new data sheets. Okay. It's time to mourn the power of this new character.
I'm mourning a lot of my dead Imperial fists, that's for sure. Kravik Morn, hot off the press, brand new Iron Warriors character. Yeah. Hugely exciting for the implications of the fact that he's a represented Iron Warriors character in 40k. Super cool. He also does not disappoint. He's not disappointed at all. Toughness 5, 2 up, 4 up, 6 wounds, basic kind of Terminator character profile. But then things get a little bit interesting. He's got a Bale Flamer, which ignores cover, D6 plus 3, strength 6 minus 1, damage 2. Pretty tasty. And he's got a Combi Bolter. Yep. They on the surface seem pretty tame. We'll come back to them. He also has the Last Argument and Power Fist.
It's a very cool name, isn't it?
I feel like they should have come up with something for the Power Fist too. It was a bit weird saying, the last argument, Power Fist.
Why didn't he just call it, like, the combination could have been the last argument?
Yeah, I like that. Or like Des and Troy or something. Either which way, he gets 7 attacks, hitting on 2s, strength 10, minus 2, damage 2. And then also, in addition, he gets extra attacks with anti-vehicle 2 with his servo harness. 3 attacks, 6s, minus 2, damage 2, but anti-vehicle 2.
Yeah. So 7 attacks is quite a lot.
He's dishing out a lot of attacks every turn.
Yeah, but he's got extra attacks as well.
Exactly. 10.
So, and you're going to get, sustained on this. So this is starting to get into quite spicy territory.
AP2 is nothing to be sniffed at, is it? AP2 is pretty good.
AP2 is your standard sort of melee character, a bit, thing. But he doesn't have any way to, like, make that better, though, does he?
Oh, well, let's read the next little bit.
Right, guys?
His first ability of 2 is Headlong Destruction.
Yeah.
Each time a model in this unit makes an attack that targets the closest eligible enemy unit, improve the AP characteristic of that attack by 1.
So
if someone...
anyone in his unit as well?
It just says model in this unit.
Yeah, what can he lead?
What can he lead? What can he lead? Chaos Terminator Squad.
Yeah, that's nice.
Obliterators.
Yep, okay. Yeah.
Mutilators.
And mutilators,
We'll come back to them in a second.
Yeah.
That does mean his Bale Flamer is AP2, pretty much all the time, because if anything's close, it will be within 12. And all of his fighting weapons are thus AP3.
Yeah.
All 10 of those attacks.
He's a bit of a beast.
He's a bit naughty, really.
Yeah, he's a bit of a beast.
Big fan of the not while leading bit.
Yes, me too.
Much appreciated.
I was going to say, that for me is huge. He gets that.
Yeah.
And people that go with him also get that. That's how it should be.
Yes.
He's not done, though. At the start of the battle, select one enemy unit, or one unit in your opponent's army, to be this model's hated foe. Each time this model makes an attack that targets its hated foe, you can reroll the wound roll. Each time this model's hated foe is destroyed, you can select a new unit from your opponent's army to become the hated foe.
Okay, let's just be clear. Is that army-wide?
No.
Or just for his unit?
He himself, not even his unit. This model.
Okay, so only he rerolls the wounds. Not the unit he leads. Because that is a very important distinction.
Yes.
Yeah, this is good.
It's not army-wide.
This is good.
Okay.
However,
he does have 10 attacks at AP3.
He does.
Yeah, and Devi's
and Devi
reroll wounds.
Devi wounds. And he'll have Dark Packs, so he's going to have sustained.
And a Bale Flamer and a Combi Bolter.
And he's only 120 points.
He's not mucking about, really, is
he? He's only 120 points.
Is the same as Huron.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we can all agree he's...
Huron's got other different types of abilities.
Tricks.
He's got tricks, yeah. So, but this guy slaps hard.
Yeah.
He slaps hard. He's tough. He hits hard.
Yeah.
The reroll wounds alone with his weaponry is really nice. Thank goodness it didn't carry over to his.
I tell you what,
that would have been something.
Even if he, my lovely Lysander with his once per game 2-up invulnerable save. Yeah. Don't care if I've got to reroll Devi wounds, to be honest, do I?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, and people will probably fish for the 6s.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Won't they? Are they going to fish
how
for the
people
6s?
do it. It's a shame that there's nothing to stop that, but hey, if that's what you like to do, it's what you like to do.
So 120 points, that's Kravik Morn. Yeah, he's a spicy meatball. Let's now go on to a plethora of other meatballs, because why have one when you can add 3 more? It's Mutilators next. So, I'll take the lead on this one. 3 spicy meatballs, and it's also interesting that it is 3. Now they're rocking in at 200 points. Obviously the Obliterators are still currently limited by the old push fit kits that they came in, which
And
is
the
like,
Venom
is that like 7th edition now? Yeah. Like 7th or 8th edition now. So they still only come in a unit of 2. So obviously there's a bit of a weird disparity there. Come on, G-Dubs, are you going to update these Oblits or what?
Interestingly, 160 for the 2, by the way. So it's 160 for 2 and you've got 200 for these 3.
Yeah. Now let's go over the profile. They are T7. They're only a 5-inch move. Now, for a primarily assault-based unit, I would say that sucks. However, we will reveal some tricks later on that perhaps makes that not that relevant anymore. They do have a 2-up base save as the Blitz. They have 5-up invulnerable save, 5 wounds. That's a wonderful break point.
Very nice.
Wonderful break point. Leadership 6, and they are OC2 a model. Now, they've got Deep Strike. Obs, if they didn't, that would be really bad. They've got 3 types of strike that they can do with their flesh metal weapons. The first is the clawed sweeps, which gives them their highest attack profile at 6. They hit on 3, strength 6, -2, damage 1. I'm not in love with that. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Okay. If I was,
make it 8.
Yeah, I mean, 10. You know, at 200 points, you know, if I'm sending these guys into hordes, which is what that sort of profile's for, something's probably gone wrong, but you know, and a pinch, it's there. Second, you've got Rending Strikes. This is only 4 attacks, but it is at strength 9. It is at -3. So bear in mind, you've probably got your boy Kravek leading this. That's -4 at that point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it -4 or not?
I mean,
and it's damage 3, by the way.
If the thing you're in combat with is not the closest eligible target,
it only gets better on the next profile.
Right, okay, the next profile, Thunderous Blows. Now, these are only 2 attacks. Okay, before anyone starts flapping around. They are only 2 attacks apiece, so 6 across the unit. Again, weapon skill 3. You are strength 12 at this point. You're -4 base, so you're -5 if Kravek is leading you. It is D6 +2 damage. So this is a real vehicle pulverizer.
-5.
Yeah,
stuff like your Dawns and your Van Raiders are ceasing to get a save.
Unless it's got an invuln, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's really good. But I would say -4 is probably good enough.
Still good.
I would probably still go with the 4 attacks.
Yeah, because on average you'll hit 3 times and then you'll wound 2. Well, 1 or
because you could even go lethal in your dark packs as well.
Absolutely could.
But I mean, look, both of those profiles are hot, right? You can make the decision depending on what the toughness is.
Yeah,
really good.
But this is where it gets really, it makes them sing as a unit. They've got Crushing Charge. It's flat reroll charges. Okay. Now, out of the gate, you think you're probably deep striking these guys. Again, I haven't said it yet, but there are some tricks which deliver these guys real nice. You'll see very shortly. So reroll charges flat out all the time. And on top of that, they've basically got impact hits. On 4s, for each model in the unit, you do D3 mortal wounds. Now, obviously, you've got to roll your 4s. The average is you're getting 1.5. So let's say you get 2. That's 2D3 mortal wounds on the charge. Okay, if you roll the big 3, it's 3D3 mortal wounds. I think anything which can sort of kick off those extra mortal wounds and soften up the thing that you're charging is a real nice thing. But obviously the reroll charge on a melee unit is sick.
A nice combo on this unit.
It's very nice. Yes. They're tough.
Really very nice.
They are tough. They're annoying to get rid of.
Yes.
And you've probably got a character in there leading them, right?
Yes.
Yes. Have you got a character or not?
You probably will. Yeah, I would say if there were 6 of them, they'd be too much. Yeah. I think 3 is about.
Yeah, 100%.
Suddenly 6 is like, that's preposterous, really. Yeah. But yeah, I think they're great. They're awesome. And I think because they're just Heretic Astartes, gives you loads of options. Yeah. Like, think of all the cool detachments you got as character specialists.
I'm immediately in my head thinking of Pat-bound Zealots.
Yes.
Because you can go Slanesh, you can get Advance and Charge.
Yeah.
That means you get their critical hits of 5, so you got Sustained now on all of those. 4 attacks each, strength 9, AP3, 3 damage.
Yeah.
I think you just wait for the new detachment, mate, because boy, it's got
I mean, there's that.
Yeah, there's that.
It's got some spice for those mutilators. Let's talk Defiler. This is my favourite thing. This is my absolute favourite.
Talk the elephant in the room.
This is my favourite thing.
Yes.
You know, Wild Eaters and Emperor's Children are eating real good with this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Real good.
So the base profile is quite different to what it used to be. We've got a 12-inch move. Already huge. That's amazing. Like, this thing used to be moving like 8 inches a turn. So 12-inch move.
Yeah.
Toughness 11.
Yeah.
3-up save, 5-up invuln. Fine. 18 wounds.
I'm sorry. Say what? What did he say? 18
wounds.
18 wounds.
1-8. 18 wounds.
That's nice.
18.
That's nice.
6-up leadership, 5 OC. 5 OC is pretty good too. 18 wounds. Okay, now there's a huge number of weapons. I think I'm just going to touch on the abilities real quick before we go on to some of these.
Well, look, I just want to point something out before you do that. You're flapping around saying it's got a 12-inch move. That's really good. It's fast. Yeah, but this thing's on a massive base. If you're playing on your competitive UKTC/ITC boards, which seem to be everywhere right now, you can't move. You can't move around. You're too big. You're not going to be able to fight. So what are you going to do about that?
Well, I think we're going to keep reading because Scuttling Walker.
Oh, yeah.
Each time this unit makes a normal advance or full back move, no, not a charge, it can move through models, excluding Titanic, and terrain features.
So, okay. So what you're saying is it can run through a wall.
It can move through walls, it can move through the enemy, it can move through enemy vehicles.
So what you're saying is this thing has got free range of the board. Yes, it could be zoned out. It's got a big base.
Yes.
But that is now extremely tricky. That is ultra competitive.
That's great. It's
yes,
fantastic.
It is.
It's fantastic.
Yes, it is very great.
And you're gonna have to learn some real like placement move blocking to stop that base fitting if you want to counter this thing. And if you get advance and charge in there, which you absolutely can with multiple different detachments, then this is moving real quick.
Yep.
So yeah, it doesn't end there though. We get a nice little buff to our damage output.
Yep.
So each time we pact, we can reroll wounds of 1. So that's quite nice. And then once per game, we can choose to amp up our Dark Pact. We can reroll all of our wounds, but if we fail the pact, we take 3 mortal wounds instead of D3.
If you fail.
If you fail.
My leadership's 6, so.
And reducing you to a humble 16.
Yes.
Just take it on the chin, reroll your wounds.
Yeah.
That's
obviously
what
really
piddly
nasty.
little guns does it come equipped with, Michael?
But yeah, it's not as if like it's got a lot of really good.
It's not got
guns.
loads of excellent guns,
Remember,
has
the
it?
traditional battle cannon is not that hot. So unless it's got something better than that, I'm not that interested.
Can it take like one gun?
Well, I mean, so
can it just take one gun?
let's. Okay. So this guy has a Hades battle cannon inbuilt.
Yeah.
Okay, which is quite nice. It's a 48-inch range, D6 plus 3. Hitting on 3, strength 10, AP 1, 3 damage. That's the battle cannon.
It's not my favourite.
It's not anyone's favourite. Let's be real.
AP 1 really lets it down.
Could be exceptional in Renegade Raiders, though.
Yeah, it could.
Could be.
It could.
But it could be.
But it could
What
be
about
even
its
more
replacement?
exceptional.
Even more exceptional.
What about its replacement?
So the Ectoplasma Destructor.
Oh, that, right. Okay.
Yes. 36-inch range, blast, not hazardous, which is interesting.
No, why would it be?
So D6, hits on 3s, strength 12.
Yeah.
To note, stronger than any other plasma in the game.
Yeah. And what's the AP?
3 and 3 damage.
So it's permanently overcharged.
Permanently
It's got blast
overcharged.
anyway. Okay, so if you are facing something, big elite unit with 5 models, this is beautiful.
Yes.
It's beautiful. Hitting on
It's-
3s.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's great.
I like it.
But it's got more.
Yes, it does have more.
It's got more.
Yeah.
We've got 2 Excruciator cannons, not 1, 2.
Yeah.
These can be replaced with 2 Magma Cutters, which would give you 4 melter shots up close if you fancy doing that, and that's absolutely valid. However, the Excruciator cannons are also great because at 36-inch range, you're going to get 12 shots, effectively hitting on 3, strength 6, AP 2, and 1 damage.
Yeah. See, I like that.
Yep.
It's good.
I like that.
It's very good.
Let's take the Battle Flamer.
However, we continue. We can have a Bale Flamer, or more specifically, a heavy Bale Flamer. It's a Bale Flamer, but it's strength 7 and AP 2 and 2 damage.
Yeah.
Still only 12-inch range, but that is going to hurt.
Yeah.
And when you have a big model, just like we've seen with the Rogel Dawn, Overwatch is a definite thing that you will and always will do, if possible. And having a flamer like this is going to really, really deter your opponent from going anywhere near you. You can swap it out for a las cannon. It's basically a 2-shot standard las cannon profile. We then also have a heavy Reaper autocannon, which is basically a higher strength normal autocannon profile.
Yeah, it is only
Same
minus 1
strength,
AP
actually.
again, but it does have Devi wounds.
Dev wounds damage 3 with sustained hits 1.
Yeah.
It's okay. And then we've got a missile launcher variant, which is akin to like the Ballistus missile launcher.
Well, here's the thing though. Like you can have, if you replace that Bale Flamer, you can have another twin las cannon. I say twin las cannon, it's 2-shot las cannon.
Yeah.
So you can actually run 4 strength 12 -3, damage D6 +1 shots.
Like
Plus your plasma cannon, plus your 2 excruciator cannons.
Yes.
And we haven't even got to its claws
Well,
yet.
because it comes base with 1 Hades battle cannon, 2 excruciator cannons, 1 heavy missile launcher, 1 heavy bell flamer, 1 shearing claws.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Is the Electro Scourge worth replacing a gun with before we go on to the main claw profile?
Personally, don't think so.
Okay, fair enough.
Just because we know ranged weapons are just
Yes,
good.
100%. Yes.
However, it's not to be sniffed at, so you get 5 extra attacks.
Yeah.
Sustained hits 2.
Yeah, sustained hits 2.
Sustained 2. Now, granted, a lot of the time you're probably packed for sustained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're getting half of the effect of that anyway. But it's strength 12.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's strength 12, guys.
AP2
It's strength 12. It's good.
12.
AP2, damage 2.
What could men do against such reckless hate?
It's pretty violent.
It's
is
savage,
pretty
man.
violent.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What does the main melee claw do?
So the shearing claws, we've got the 2 profiles. There's a sweep with 10 attacks, strength 6, AP2, 1 damage. Okay, fine. Or 5 attacks, strength 16, AP3, D6 +1 damage.
Yeah.
I don't love the D6 +1, but
No.
that's very spicy.
The thing is, this has what I call duality. So it can fight. It's also tough.
Yeah.
And it can shoot. So it's an all-star.
Yep.
And it's only 250 points.
Yeah.
That's the kicker. It's only 250 points.
250.
It acts a lot like a knight in some ways,
Yes.
but is cheaper than a knight.
I'd argue all of its weapons are far less swingy as well.
Yeah,
It can have sustained and lethal hits. And It's
Yeah.
supported by potentially like Chosen and Huron and Terminators.
All of these different detachments that you can run this in. Like if you can find a fullback shooting charge,
Yeah.
this thing is unstoppable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also that's provided you're not probably taking more than 1.
Would also worth mentioning, you can have a Warpsmith give it 2 up to hit. So
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
And also
another-
heal it.
Yeah.
And
So let's
Like-
not forget that. So then you've got a sort of a almost a pseudo Rogel Dawn, except this can fight.
Yeah. It can cut that Rogel Dawn in half
Yes.
with its claws.
Yeah.
And continue to kill all your friends around it. What's great is it's awesome that this amazing model is good.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Because if it sucked, it would be terrible.
It's also it's one of those things everyone might be like, oh, this is a bit much. And obviously, points change,
Yeah.
which is something I would almost anticipate quite soon because it seems pretty cost effective for what it does.
Yeah.
But often with big models, I worry they always kind of biff it.
Yes.
And you get this amazing, incredible centerpiece model, and it's got like 2 attacks, strength 10. It's like, oh man.
what? Yeah.
So I'm glad this feels, you're reading it, and in my mind it reads as terrifying as it looks.
Yeah. It should be
That's
terrifying.
cool, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Chaos Space Marines have long been a faction that doesn't have that big centerpiece,
Yeah.
hard-hitting models. You know,
Yes.
like the Space Marines got the repulsor execution, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. But Chaos Space Marines, they had the Lord of Skulls, which nobody ever really used.
Exactly.
Because not many people actually like the model.
Yeah.
So having this,
Excuse
now,
me.
you stick this in there, and you're like, this is the big bad.
Yes.
You got to watch out for this. You got to watch out for all 3 of these.
Yeah. And if you're one of the other 4, and my Primarch.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, this is spicy. This is spicy. Before we go on to the Legion specific rules for this guy, what we're going to do is cover the 2 new Chaos Space Marine detachments, because one of them in particular, in my opinion, is, oh boy. First, we have the Warp Strike Champions. This is completely flavored to Obliterators, Mutilators, and Terminator units, and the detachment rule is called Warp Portals. What it effectively does in a 2,000 point game is gives 2 of those units uppy downy, the end of your opponent's turn.
Quite like that.
Yeah, obviously that is, in my opinion, a very competitive ability to have, because, and it's also really good on the aforementioned slow mutilators, right?
Yeah.
And obliterators. If I can pick them up,
Yep.
redeploy them. Same with a Terminator squad. Often, like, you get the Terminator squad into position, and then all of a sudden you're sort of stuck there.
Especially on Obliterators because they're guns, you're going to shift them around the board.
Yeah. So I think that's a really hot opening.
Yeah.
Then the enhancements, pretty much 3 of them are like top tier for this, and the other one's a bit of fun.
Okay.
So you've got Infernal Fulgurite, Heretic Astartes model. Once per battle, you can target the bearer's unit with the rapid ingress stratagem for 0 CP.
Very nice.
Okay, that's beautiful, except it doesn't prohibit you from doing rapid ingress again that turn.
Very nice. Okay.
That extra part means that I can bring in 2.
Yes.
Now that is really nasty.
Yeah, because it really calls it out that you can double dip on your rapid aggressors.
Yeah, you can do so even if you have already targeted a different unit with that stratagem this phase.
Is this for free?
Well, this is 0 CP for this one.
You could do it for 0 for the other one as well.
You could, because you could use the captain. Exactly. So I actually think that's really nasty, personally, but we're going to carry on. Eye of the Warp, Heretic Astartes model with the Deep Strike ability. Each time the bearer's unit is set up on the battlefield until the end of the turn, you can re-roll charge rolls made for that unit. So this is obviously going to be on your Terminator.
Whatever your character is in your Terminator.
Because your mutilators already have re-roll charges anyway, right?
Yeah, Sorcerer does the same thing as well in Terminator.
Yes, that's true. Axur's Binding Runes. Heretic Astartes model with the Deep Strike ability again. The bearer's unit can be set up using the Deep Strike ability in the reinforcement step of your first, second, or third movement phases. So what I've now really got is a really effective Alpha Strike, Deep Strike army.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can and would rapid ingress 2 units a turn.
But I guess the issue is if you're only 9 inches away.
In turn 2, I should say.
Then you don't really have a guaranteed way to get in.
Well. Allow me to go over the stratagems.
We'll come back to that.
The final enhancement. Model with the Deep Strike ability only. Improve the attack, strength, and armor penetration characteristic of the bearer's weapons by 1. Just flat, that's what it does.
Just flat?
Just flat.
All the time?
In addition, each time the bearer's unit is set up on the battlefield from reserves until the end of the turn, you improve the damage characteristic of the bearer's weapons by 1. So
it's pretty tasty.
It's quite nice. It's quite nice.
It is nice.
It's not melee weapons, just bearer's weapons.
It just said bearer's weapons.
So a sorcerer's psychic smite could be D3 plus 1 damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dev wound, that's great.
Which is pretty naughty.
Yep.
Okay.
D3 plus 1 on like it's all right actually.
Right, now this is where the detachment rule is already really good. The enhancements support the detachment rule, so we're already off to a good start. But are the strats any good? Empiric Dislocation, it's 1 CP. Use it in your opponent's shooting or the fight phase. 1 Heretic Astartes unit from your army. Until the end of the phase, each time an attack you receive an attack, it's reducing the AP by 1. Wow. So it's basically Armor of Contempt, but for the entire phase.
Yeah.
Well, it would be subject to the balance data slate. So
that is true, actually. Yes, that is
still
true.
incredible on 2-up save.
Yes. Yeah. How annoying is it though that they still word it
in case they ever go back on their decision, I suppose.
It says that you cannot target the same unit with Empiric Dislocation as Armor of Corruption, which is the next strategy.
Okay.
Armor of Corruption is 2 CP. Yes, it is. But it does reduce the damage by 1 in the fight phase.
In the fight phase.
Just after an enemy unit's targeted.
Oh, it is just in the fight phase?
When do you declare?
It is just in the fight phase, just after an enemy unit has selected its targets.
Oh, wow. So it's not even like start of the
It does say that it lasts until the end of the phase.
Okay.
So if you've got multiple units attacking you, the first unit attacks you can just whack it on. It is 2 CP, but you're probably using a Chaos Lord to reduce it.
And then at which point, if anything isn't shooting your Terminators, if you're playing against Orcs, they're just not going through your Terminators.
Yeah.
They just charge him with the power clause. It's like damage 1. Cool, you've killed 2. You're dead now.
Yeah. But even on things like Mutilators, which have that 5 wound breakpoint.
Yeah, if you can afford
people are going to really struggle to deal with them in combat if that's...
If you can afford the 2 CP, you can do some horrible things to people with that, basically.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay, Warp Flicker, 1 CP. Your movement phase, only on Terminators, Obliterators, or Mutilators this time. Till the end of the turn, your unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charge in Eternity Advanced.
Wow.
So that's helping you now speed up a little bit. Okay, so you can't do it on a Defiler.
That's fine.
But
good.
Yeah. It's still good for 1 CP, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty
right, then another 1 CP, Warp Tainted, your movement phase. 1 Terminators, Obliterators, or Mutilators unit. It's sticky objectives.
Brilliant.
For an army that you're going to probably have lots, if you're leaning into the theme of Terminators, Obliterators, Mutilators.
Yep.
You're going to be very elite.
Yep.
So turning up, murdering something, being like, mine now, and then going.
Yeah. I had pictured this army. An old friend of mine, George, he ran competitively and did really quite well. He always runs like really nasty spam lists, but this particular list was really quite genius at the time. He ran 9 Obliterators. This is back when you could take 9 with Abaddon.
That's cool.
And Abaddon this is the edition where you have an aura, so they're all re-rolling hits.
Yeah,
okay?
Lovely.
And was it 60 cultists? Yeah, it was like 60 cultists.
Oh, I remember this list.
Yes. So the Obliterators would all deep strike in.
Yeah.
obliterate whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
And the cultists back then, they actually had lots of, they were quite efficient with their shooting, because I think the 60s just always... So it was just, that was the list. Anyway, this sort of reminds me of something like that. Right, Siegebreaker Strike, 1 CP. Your shooting phase, 2 Heretic Astartes units from your army that were set up using the Deep Strike rules this turn. Till the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by models in that unit have the Ignore Cover ability. So the fact that it's 2 is really nice, because now you're ignoring cover on probably 2 of your obliterator units, aren't you? Realistically. So that's quite a good thing for 1 CP. Finally, you have Portal of Spite Charge phase. 1 Heretic Astartes unit from your army that's set up using the Deep Strike. Guess what? You add 2 to the charge roll. And it's only 1 CP. So all of a sudden, it's not that hard to get in, is it?
That's
and you've got a reroll charge baked in. Baked in.
Wow. Okay.
Now, is this like ultra competitive? I mean, look, you are paying 200 points for mutilators.
Yeah.
It's going to be 600 points for 3 units of those.
You take 3 lots of obliterators.
You take 3 lots of obliterators, let's face it.
Hot take is actually more joins obliterators.
Yes.
For the extra.
But plus the once per game indirect with his Bale Flamer.
Yes.
At AP2.
Yes.
Ignore cover.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a horrific
It's actually
unit.
quite scary.
Yeah.
And again, because of the 5 wound breakpoint on these guys, I think it's a bit of a stat check. Some people are just going to really struggle to deal with
I think
that in volume.
like we know how good combi weapon terminators are for
Yeah.
Chaos because they got the Devi wounds.
Yeah.
Being able to have them hop around the board.
Yeah.
Because normally they come in, do their thing, and they're sort of just in a corner of the board all
Yeah.
game. They come in, do their thing, take the objective, make it sticky, up they go.
Yeah.
Next turn, do it somewhere else.
That's right. It's nasty. Because I liken these, like as a World Eater player, I liken these a bit to the Slaughterbound and the Exalted 8, the 8-bound, the Exalted 8-bound. Except half of these guys can actually shoot.
Yeah. Do you know what I really
Well,
like?
and they're tougher.
I quite enjoy Uppy Downy Abaddon.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty tasty.
Terrifying me. Yeah, it's honestly, it's... And that's the thing I was going to say. I would have Abaddon in this list.
You have Abaddon, you have the Mutilators, have the Obliterators, have all the Terminators. You can do some horrible things with this.
Yeah.
And then if
quite
you've got
nasty.
some points left, whack a Defiler in.
Yeah.
Why not? Hey!
We're going to talk the Cult of the Arcaphane. So old Vashtor and his hammer have got a new detachment. Vashtor hammer.
He's well jealous of Krabbit Maw.
Yeah, I bet he is.
You got a name for your hammer.
So is this any good? What we got?
So we've got the Soul Forge boons as a detachment rules. I like to think the Soul Forge goons.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So all of your Heretic Astartes vehicle units become demons.
Okay.
Fun.
That's pretty sick, isn't it? Your vehicles, Lord Discordant and Vashtor gain Soul Forge.
Right.
Okay. And Soul Forge units have a 5-up inbun.
Okay.
Cool. However, there's more play with that later on. So 5-up inbun basically on all of your vehicles.
Yeah. Predators,
Great.
Indicators, anything.
Superb. Rhinos.
Rhinos, yeah.
Oh, very, very nice. Very nice. Okay. So enhancement, we've got Wired Djinn. This one is any of your Heretic Astartes excluding Damned. Start your command phase. If you're on the battlefield, you roll a dice. And you add 1 if you're within range of an objective mark you control. On a 4+, you get CP. So on a 3-up, basically, if you're on an objective.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yes,
Absolutely
always tasty.
superb. The next one is Heretic Astartes Model. You give your unit Soul Forge.
Cool.
Your unit becomes Soul Forge. So Chosen,
Yep.
particularly good here.
Yep.
Or a 5-up inbun, but also the Reeve Captain with Reavers. With their 3 wounds apiece infiltrating, is a nice little bulwark ahead of your machines of death. Yeah, isn't that silly?
That's nice. That's really jolly.
We've got Mark of the Soul Forges. So Heretic Astartes Model only. Each time the bearer makes an attack, unmodified crit of 5.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
That will synergize with your old Dark Packs, won't it?
Yes, pretty good. The old Lord Discordant is pretty tasty with his flat damage 3 lance mega weapon, and then the rest of his attacks, which are also going to get crits on 5s. Oh dear. Crown of Worms.
Very cool.
Warpsmith model only, +3 range to your Warpsmith, Master of Mechanisms, and Enrage Machine Spirits abilities. So you've got your fixing, of course. There is an ability to cause battle shock checks on vehicles too, but that's a nice little buff to make you a bit more effective.
If you have 3 Defilers.
But if you've got 3 Defilers and you need to be following them around the board, given they move 12 inches, that's pretty handy. Are we ready for some stratagem?
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Are you
please.
ready for the touch of the Arcaphane?
Oh, yes, please. Oh, my goodness.
Oh!
I was just touched by the Arcaphane himself. Here, right on my elbow.
I can see the burns. Look at the burn mark he left behind.
However, if you are touched by the Arcaphane, you get both benefits of the Dark Pacts. 1 CP, any phase. Any phase.
Good in combat, good in fighting, in shooting.
Yeah. What is interesting is you could do it in Overwatch.
You could.
Strangely.
I suppose you could.
Any phase.
Yeah, the early phase.
Yeah.
That's not nice, is it? Well, that's what you do, though,
Spend
wouldn't
2
you?
CP on your Defiler. Yeah, okay, interesting. We've then got Balefire Boon. Shoot phase or fight phase, you pick a Soulforge unit from your army, and you get to improve your AP by 1 CP. An entire Soulforge unit. Wowee. Extra AP on your AP4 plasma, AP2 the little shooty guns.
Excruciators.
Excruciators, that's the ones.
Yep.
AP3 Bale Flamer.
Yep.
Nice, isn't it?
AP lots on your unit of Chosen that you've given the Soulforge keyword with the enhancement, or your Reavers now have AP2.
Yes, indeed. Okay. We then have a 2 CP stratagem to tame things. All right. Let's not get too excited. Soul Tally Offering. Shoot phase or fight phase, Soulforge unit from your army. You can reroll wounds if you're attacking character, monster, or vehicle.
Ooh. Is 2 CP though?
Is 2 CP.
Is 2 CP.
It is 2 CP.
But yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah. If you pack that Lord in there with the Soulforge unit of Chosen, or some other unit, then getting the full rerolls to wounds is quite nice.
Ouch.
Yeah, and actually it gives your Lord back what you would normally have if you're with the Legionaries.
Yes.
Roll wounds for your Devies.
Yeah.
So that's quite an interesting one. Biomechanoid Regeneration.
I like that. 1
command point, command phase. 1 model in your unit heals up to D3 lost wounds. If your unit has Soulforge, you gain 3.
That's really nice for 1 CP.
So if I'm not mistaken, is it only once per battle the Defiler can do the reroll all the wounds?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can effectively do that without taking any damage if you use this strat.
For
You
2
could,
CP,
yeah.
If you failed it, which is like
Yeah.
you could just go
It's a-
bang,
it's
get your thing, reroll all your wounds, you hurt yourself, heal yourself back up.
It's
with
a
1
balance
CP.
of, do I want an extra AP?
Yes.
Or do I want to reroll all my wounds again?
This is true.
But in
yes.
this type of list, you're probably running Warpsmiths and or Vashtor himself.
You get an extra CP to play around, remember, with that enhancement.
You could basically give up to 6 wounds back.
And say late in the game, late in the game you've got a Defiler over in the corner miles away, you just go
Yeah. If
avoid
I
battle
repair
shock.
one and then spend a CP on that, like that's a
tasty.
problem.
Yeah.
Like, that's 6 wounds back. Like if you failed to kill something, it's a problem. That's all I'm saying. It's a problem.
Vashtor as well.
Yeah.
Not to forget.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Anyway, Forge Fire Surge, 1 CP, movement phase after you've advanced. Guess what? That Heretic Astartes unit can shoot and advance. If it's Soulforge, it can also charge.
So will that include the old Defiler then?
Well, the old Defiler is a Heretic Astartes vehicle, which therefore gains the Soulforge keyword and therefore can indeed shoot, charge, advance.
So is this the detachment that I run 3 Defilers in or not?
I'm still not sure it is.
Because there's still so many other
There's
good.
so many good ones out there, but it's definitely an argument for it.
Yeah.
Finally, Unholy Fortitude. 1 command point. If your opponent shoots one of your targets, you pick a Soulforge unit that was selected as a target, and you give them +1 to their toughness.
Ooh. That's pretty good for 1 CP, isn't
That's
it?
a T12 Defiler, folks.
Yep.
T12.
With 18 wounds.
So potentially a toughness 14? Lord of Skulls?
Yeah,
I mean, not that comes up, but that's just fun.
You can have 1 Order Skulls or 3 Defiler. I think
I mean,
it works on your Soulforge unit you've made, your Chosen. If you have Bile in there and then a Master of Executions that has that enhancement, you can have a T6 Chosen unit with a 5-up pin button.
Woof. It's nice
cool.
that.
It is nice.
It is nice that.
Well, look, we've covered the Chaos Detachments. We've covered the data sheets that have come in this new faction pack. But of course, all 4 of the legions have now got these updated Defiler profiles. Let's go over those rules and what effects they might have. Let's kick this off with my favorite of the legions. It's the World Eaters. Okay, now I did post this recently on social. People were pointing out that this is not a new rule. Yes, I know. But when it's on this profile, it's a very different thing. Because I also had the context at that point of knowing that it could move through terrain. which is huge. So, it does have the reduced ballistic skill that World Eaters have, become infamous for now. Yeah. So they are only hitting on 4s with all of those guns, but as a World Eaters player, that's what it is. You are gaining rapid fire though, and it is doing that here. So the Excruciator cannons are rapid fire 3.
9 shots per.
Which is pretty.
That's amazing.
Pretty balmy, yeah. The las cannons are rapid fire 1. The missile launchers rapid fire 1 or rapid fire 3 on the frag. The heavy Reaper autocannon is rapid fire 2. That does become kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's just always the AP1 which gets me a bit on that one, but it does have Devi wounds.
What's the plasma?
The plasma is ectoplasm is rapid fire 2 with blast.
Okay, so 8 shots at 18 inches.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're gonna, with this guy, you're gonna want to go in close.
Yep.
I mean, look, for World Eaters, this is a really, really, really nasty thing. Your Forge Fiends took a hit on what we like 180, 185 now, I think. So, there's most World Eater players are still running a couple of those. You've now got a Defiler, which you can have as a support piece, or you could just go, you know what, I'm going double Defiler.
Yeah.
That's probably where I would lean in this scenario, because unlike the Forge Fiend, it can fight and move through terrain. Big problem.
Yeah.
But it's obviously still got the Scuttling Walker rule. But its Legion rule is Unleash Wrath, which is also really good on a gun platform like this. At the end of your opponent's movement phase, you can select one enemy unit that was set up on the battlefield within 12 inches of the model. It can then either shoot at the unit, but only if it is an eligible target. So obviously if they set up behind some LOS blocking terrain, they can get around that. Declare a charge against that unit. Note that even if the charge is successful, it doesn't receive any charge bonuses. But let's say that you do hide behind some terrain to avoid, and by the way, it's not an Overwatch, guys. It's shoot, flat. There's no minus or anything. It's no, I'm going to shoot you. That's huge out of sequence. Okay? Or I can charge you.
There is an addendum to that. The move through walls is only moves, advances and stuff.
That is true.
So
it won't work with a charge.
However, it's still great.
Is this when it's set up or just moved with it?
When it's set up.
Okay.
When the unit, any opponent's movement phase, when they set a unit up. So they can't just move there, but you've got like this anti-deep strike.
Well, and transports.
Yeah,
Interesting thing.
Yeah.
Somebody gets out of a transport after it's moved.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Then they're right in front of you. Right.
So look.
There's arguably a sad reality now where maybe the best thing to do with World Eaters is almost like a big monster mash.
Yeah.
Of like,
yeah.
3 Fighters, 3 Waller Fiends, 3 Forge Fiends running around.
Well,
you
you
take it more
do that.
extreme and you go Scarbrand and Bloodthirsters.
Do the demon
With
king.
Defilers.
Defilers.
I mean, it's a lot of fun.
It is.
That's be hard for a lot of people to deal with.
Yeah. I'm still trying to cling on to my berserkers a bit. But, I mean, I say that having run the last
Well, I mean,
league,
even
berserkers.
looking at like the 20s that people have run competitively, like 20 Defiler, 20 Defiler. That is just too much
to do.
My list, like my dream sort of list in my head at the moment would be 3 units of 20 berserkers with the Juggerlords and 3 Defilers.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, Fletch better go on it.
Well, I'll paint them myself.
Yeah.
That's my babies. Right, let's move on to the Emperor's Children, my old babies. I moved on.
The old babies.
Okay, this is really good, guys. Basically, you've got this massive gun platform now which can move through terrain, obviously retaining the Scuttling Walker thing. Emperor's Children Army rule, you can advance and charge and shoot. It has to be at different targets, but you're basically going to get the maximum value out of this Defiler. Your army rules just enable it to do that, but it gets even better. They revel in destruction. Each time this model makes an attack that targets an enemy unit that's not below half strength, because it wants to inflict the pain fresh. You add 1 to the hit roll. It's hitting on 2s. Do you realise how good that is? It's hitting on 2s. And they're all 250 points, by the way. All of the Legion points are the same as the regular.
So if you take the pledge, you reroll 1s to hit as well.
Yeah.
As in like the detachment rule, because there's a detachment rule with the coterie.
Oh!
Reroll 1s to hit and wound.
Yes, no, you can do that.
So you can do
yes,
that,
you're right.
And you never miss.
Yes, that's correct. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Sorry, that Emperor's Children's detachment is completely valid, and yes, that's brutal.
Grim. Absolutely gross.
Speaking of gross, we then have the Death Guard.
Yep, let's do it.
I would argue, like, I'll go for their rule first, because obviously they have Scuttling Walker, so they can move through stuff.
Yeah.
Barrage of Filth. In your shooting phase, after this model has shot, select one enemy unit hit by one more of those attacks, it strips cover. Arguably, out of the pantheon of crazy things these things can do, it's probably one of the less exciting ones.
Yes.
But it is also in the Death Guard Codex.
Yes.
A book that didn't really need a defiler to be added in. They've kind of got it sussed already. It's still only toughness 11. It doesn't get an extra pip of toughness.
Good.
Exactly, right? I think the only thing it gets that is majorly different is every weapon has lethal hits.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I mean,
It's a very nice rule to have baked in.
it's a 12-inch move unit.
Yeah.
That's going to be one of the fastest things in that
In
book.
that army, yeah.
You've got, so Beard has mentioned that Mortarian's abilities will work on it,
Yes.
so the shoot back if
Yep.
you shoot
Yes.
it.
Yep.
The reactive move and obviously
Yes.
fighting on death
Yeah.
is amazing.
Plus contagion.
Yeah.
Plus contagion, so
If you
contagion's
just throw
huge.
think of the base size.
Yeah. It's actually terrifying in Death Guard.
Yeah, 100%.
People, I think, will not sort of miss it.
No, absolutely.
If you have 3 of these, and there's obviously detachments that help vehicles in every codex, the first one shoots, the next one now ignores cover.
Yes.
Right.
And then fires one gun at a different thing.
Yep.
Now the third
One
defiler
goes and does
ignores
it, yeah.
cover against
Yeah.
the other one. And you've got contagion against all of it.
And if you,
starts
also,
to-
given how strong this thing's weapon is, if you are a Death Guard, you're reducing toughness, or you're giving stuff -1 to save, plus you're then stripping away cover.
Yeah.
If there's nothing this card just completely turn to a paste.
3 heavy blight drone
Yep.
plague cannon things,
Yeah.
damage 3.
Like,
Top.
you know, I wouldn't be remiss of it, Death Guard fans. Like, that rule is still excellent,
Yep.
and it's in your book with all the other amazing stuff.
Yep.
It's like a little disgusting cherry on top of a rather maggot-filled cake.
Well, let's garnish this with some magical fairy dust.
1,000 Suns Defiler. So a lot of the weapons remain the same. However, the Excruciate Cannon goes up to AP2.
Okay.
Which is interesting. I don't
got
think
magical
there's-
rounds in
They
there,
got
I
magical rounds in there. The auto cannon also goes to AP2, which it does start to make it quite an interesting
That
take.
starts to become quite interesting.
and-
That's interesting.
Yeah, and I think
I'm interested.
the Magma Cutters go up to strength 10 rather than 9, so there's a few interesting changes in there.
Weird. Okay.
Okay.
However, if you select this unit with Overwatch, it hits on 5s. For each of those attacks that target an enemy unit within 9 inches of 1 or more 1,000 Suns psychic units from your army, you hit them on 4s.
Oh, goodness me.
You stay away from my son!
Yeah.
I'm going to hit you on 4s with my plethora of weapons.
If you come anywhere near Magnus, I'm going to shoot you off the board.
Overwatch on 4s is vile. Yeah, it's really good.
So you basically have an army that will be 3 Defilers, Magnus, and 30 Rubrics of Flamers.
Yeah.
Try move.
Look, you can get re-rolls, you can get loads of good stuff from the vehicle heavy detachment for 1,000 Suns.
Yeah.
And actually, we haven't seen a lot of support for that because their vehicle range isn't great.
Yeah.
But this now sprinkled in the mix, you throw Magnus in as well, and you now have a very viable stat checky vehicle. It's
You know what,
terrific.
guys? Have the Emperor. We surrender.
Yeah.
We give up. The Imperium's done.
Get back to Fenris, Magnus.
Yeah. Finish the job.
Finish the job.
All right. But look, the Space Marines couldn't allow the Chaos Space Marines to have this much light in the sun. They had to have a little detachment too. Let's cover that next. We're moving on to the new detachment, the Ceramite Sentinels, an all-new Space Marine detachment. But before we go over those rules, there are a couple of other updates in this faction pack, namely for Cato Sicarius and Marneus Calgar. Who wants to break the news?
There can only be one.
There can only be one. We're talking Highlander, folks.
Yeah. Yeah, the rule that was on the data sheet that was like, you can only take one, has been removed because so have their counterparts.
Yes.
They're gone.
No more Calgar in Gravis armor with his 2 dudes.
Yeah. So I'm assuming as of you guys watching this, because the app would have been updated, those units have been removed now.
Yes.
So
yeah, as far as we can see, they are now gone.
Yeah.
Which kind of made sense.
Yes.
They had been replaced. but
Especially
it's like-
Sicarius.
Yeah, that was
That's
weird.
a really old model.
It was. I almost feel like they forgot they called him Captain Sicarius.
Yes.
Like, what do you mean? He's what? We
There's
called
another
him
one.
Cato. Yeah. What have you done, you fools? But yeah, it's sad, especially. But it makes sense. You can't have Calgar buddies and then other stuff.
Yes.
All right. What's the deal with these Sentinels then?
Okay, the Terror by Sentinels. It's very interesting because we recently did a video about what we would have chapter rules for other factions, and this isn't a million miles away where we kind of envisioned the Imperial Fists.
Right.
It's definitely supposed to be an Imperial Fist detachment, basically. Adaptive Defense. Each time an Adeptus Astartes model from your army makes an attack, if that model's unit is within a terrain feature, reroll a hit roll of 1 and a wound roll of 1.
Nice.
Adeptus Astartes units from your army gain the entrenched keyword while all of the following are true. That unit is within a terrain feature. That unit was not set up on the battlefield this turn. No model in that unit has moved more than 3 inches this turn.
Okay.
It's a cool idea, but very much wants you to be inside terrain.
Yeah, you sort of it's a static play style which doesn't always work in 10th edition.
The wording's really loose because it's within.
It's within, yeah.
So you don't even you can just tow a repulsor executioner on a
yes, exactly,
a wall and suddenly you're entrenched.
Yes.
I think unfortunately they've tried to make it simple.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be up for a lot of interpretation. It's probably going to do like the Greater Good did for Tau, have got a few little wording adjustments over time, depending on how people use it. It's a really cool idea though, and as we see, rerolling 1s of hits and wounds is really good on Space Marines, because often hitting on like 2s and 3s anyway. So it is a nice little boon. The enhancements. On this is a hard word to say, indefatigable. Indefatigable. Well, I guess it's like you just get... anyway, that word. Gravis model only. The first time this bearer is destroyed, roll a d6 at the end of the phase on 2 up. Set the bearer back up on the battlefield as close as possible to where it was destroyed, end up with an engagement range. Okay. Pretty cool. Get back up with a Gravis captain.
Really good.
Pretty tasty. Castellum Omnivox. This unit is, when it falls back, can pick one of the following to apply. This unit is eligible to perform an action in a turn which it fell back.
Okay.
Quite tasty. Or it's eligible to shoot and declare a charge in a turn which it fell back.
Nice.
Which is a nice way of giving one of your all-star units effectively kind of a little bit of Gladius Task Force in your back pocket.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Great.
The Spy Skull data link. Sounds very cool. Basically gives you ignore cover.
Okay.
Which is,
that's
again,
good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. Yeah. And then Defensive Mastery. Adeptus Astartes model only. After both players have deployed their army, select up to 3 Adeptus Astartes units from your army and redeploy them. When doing so, you can set those units up as strategic reserve, regardless of how many units are already in strategic reserve. Redeploys are always really nice.
They are.
Pretty tasty. Your mileage is going to vary massively on that.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Ultramarines, you've already got access to it out of the wazoo.
Yeah.
I'm not blown away by anything so far.
If you're going to run like that box set that they've teased
Yes.
or released or whatever, the 2 big repulsors.
Yeah.
Redeploying 2 big repulsors
It is quite handy
a
if you
big
can...
deal.
Yes.
And then the ballistas as well, because they've got such a deliberate intention in the game. That is quite nice.
Especially once you figured out where your opponents put their defilers. You can then put all your guns to try and deal with this massive problem you have. You then have Unyielding Might in the stratagems. The stratagems are okay, I would say. There's some interesting tricks. Your command phase. 1 Adeptus Astartes unit from your army that is within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units. To the start of your next command phase, add 1 to the OC.
Cool.
It comes up actually more than you think of just being able to go bang, that gets me an extra primary or gets me the hold more. If I can suddenly pinch an objective. Quite tasty. Priority Strike. 2 CP. Okay. Obviously, you have captains out the wazoo of Space Marines, so it's not the worst. Shooting or fight phase, 1 of Adeptus Astartes infantry or mounted. So it does call out infantry or mounted. It can re-roll wound rolls against character, monster, or vehicle.
That's great.
Much like in the Chaos one.
All of your mounted units have twin-linked weapons anyway.
Exactly.
That's really good.
Really tasty that. I mean... Armor of Contempt is here, it's in every detachment. And Stand to the End, this is quite cool. If you're entrenched effectively and in the fight phase, you can add 1 to this result, and then on a 4 up you can fight on death. So it's a 4 up fight on death, but if you're entrenched, then it's a 3 up.
Okay.
Which is quite nice if you've got like Blade Guard in a building.
Yeah.
You know, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, look.
Because if your opponent attacks you, you've probably not moved in their turn.
Yes.
And therefore, you will definitely be entrenched.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're near terrain.
Yes.
It is good.
Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah, because it does say all of the following have to be true for entrenched. So you have to be in terrain, you can't be set up, and you can't have moved more than 3.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you position right, you should get this benefit, but it is a little bit, you've got to finagle it.
Yeah.
Augmented targeting. In the shooting phase, you can select either the sustained hits or the lethal hits keyword. If you're entrenched, you can select both.
Okay.
Which is quite nice, like a mini pact. And then evasive repositioning. You get in the shooting phase, just after an enemy has shot, infantry or mounted that was selected as a target can make a normal move of d6. If it's entrenched, you can re-roll the d6.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
Overall...
I'm not blown away. I'm not blown away, guys.
Also, this is coming off the back of just having read the Chaos Detachments, which are spicy.
Well, it's no Gladius, is it? And that's the problem.
Yeah, the flexibility is not there.
No.
I do remember a time where giving a repulsive executioner sustained and lethal broke the game.
Yes.
And you can now do that and have reroll ones to hit and wound.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's one tank.
I think, there's ways and means of really leaning into this, and I think it's another fun way of playing Imperial Fist if you want that kind of defensive playstyle. My main thing is like, I feel like terrain doesn't necessarily work like this yet.
No.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't really feel like you're not going to get a huge benefit of being within terrain all the time.
Yeah.
Like, depending on the board setup, this is going to be brilliant.
Yes.
Or it's going to be like, well, I can't get in that rock feature, so I guess am I within it if I'm near it? Like, I think it's going to require a lot of agreeing with your opponent before the game starts to really make it sing. So I guess your mileage will vary on there, but hey.
Superb for like a crusade like mission. That would be so good.
Now,
so
speaking
good.
of crusades, Knights Crusade, and we're going to go over their faction pack next. It's the Destria, the Destructive Destria. So this is your mid-tier knight now, a new class of knight. Looks pretty cool. I like the old grill helmet.
If someone's been watching along to previous Metaslayer shows, someone very wise that may or may not be in this very room said something to this effect. This is exactly what Imperial Knights needed.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe my eyes.
Here they are. Here they are. So, Mr. Meta Mike, why don't you take us through what the Knight Destria does?
Will do. So first off, it's 250 points.
Okay.
And just like us, you're probably going to compare that to the Defiler.
Yep.
Okay.
Moving 12.
Okay.
T10. Oh, it's not T11, guys. What's the point?
Well, it's only T10.
3 up, 5 up.
Yep.
18 wounds.
Oh, against ranged attacks only. That is
Of course, ranged only. Leadership 6 up, OC 8.
Yeah, so it's got a better OC than the Defiler, which is 5.
I wouldn't want to be
If I
standing
remember
next to a
correctly.
Defiler, though.
Not if there's a Psyker nearby and it's a Thousand Suns one.
Yeah.
So we've got a few different weapon options. We've got a Chastiser Gatling Cannon. That's assault, 24-inch range, 12 shots, hitting on 3s, strength 6, AP 1, and 2 damage. Okay, so important to mention one of the rules that it does have. It can get ignores cover if it's shooting people on objective markers.
Yeah.
So the AP 1 is obviously a bit mediocre,
Bit
but
boosted.
Yeah.
helps a little bit. My favourite of its weapons is the Frag Bombard.
Yes.
So assault, blast, rapid fire D6 plus 3.
Yeah.
So if you're in rapid fire range, that's 2d6 plus 6 shots. Strength 7, AP 1, 2 damage. Hitting on 3s and obviously ignoring cover if
Which
you're on a
is pretty
marker.
Yep.
Which is pretty interesting. We then have a stubber, sure. Melee weapons. 2 different options. We've got the Reaper Chainsword, which is a mighty strength 12 AP3, D3 plus 3 damage with 5 attacks.
Very nice.
Hitting on a 3. The sweep is strength 8 AP2, 2 with 10 attacks. Or we can have our Thundershock Spear, which is a bit more of a unique weapon for the Destria. 4 attacks, strength 12 AP3, D3 plus 3 damage. Or you can have 8 attacks, strength 6 AP3, 2 damage. So a bit more AP.
But they have Lance.
It does have lance.
And got Lance, yeah.
Which is nice.
Which is
More AP,
significant.
bit of
Yeah.
Lance.
Yeah. So, okay, they've also got the Ramjets ability, haven't they?
Yes.
Yes, yep. So plus D3 each time they make a normal or advanced move.
Yeah.
And if you do give them 2 melee weapons, they get plus 2 attacks.
Which is pretty cool.
To each of those.
Yeah. Not bad. Yeah.
I think they're pretty good. I don't think it's as good as a Defiler.
I don't think it's worth the same amount of points as a Defiler.
No. But you've got to bear in mind the army that it's in, and it does fill a gap. It is quite interesting. Yeah. I'm not an expert knight player. Would love to have gotten Stig in on this one, but I can imagine that this perhaps does fill a gap which supports all of the smaller knights.
Well, yeah.
The points alone,
Right.
to be fair, will do this.
Yeah.
Because you'll find that you'll have 200 points or
Yeah.
so, and you can't fit anything in.
Right.
Yeah.
Pertinent is some of the keywords, just to be aware of. So it does have Titanic.
Yes.
Because you might think it's a bit smaller, so it won't have that Titanic keyword. It's got towering. It's also got character. So you can attach any enhancements to these as well.
Which is very cool. I think what I like about it is something like the Frag Bombard, if you wanted to. It's a really good way of, if you haven't got a double Gatling Ignite or something, of dealing with something like Orcs or Guards. That's like, I've got 20 guys on an objective.
Yeah.
You could be like, no, you don't anymore.
Yeah.
Rather than having to send one of your big knights to deal with a kind of inconsequential unit to your overall game plan.
Yeah.
Your big knights can deal with all the big stuff. They'll deal with the Defilers. This guy is kind of a nice kind of middle point of, worst case, he can punch out something big if he's with his combat weapon.
Yeah.
But that Frag Bombard is a really nice way of being 10 Orc Boys dead. 20 guardsmen, dead.
It's a really nice little clearance piece.
That's where I think he shines. I think it's sad that you immediately, having just read the Defiler, are like, they're not the same, and they're not, but I think they do very different roles within the armies they're in.
Agreed.
So that's kind of where I see them.
Okay, well look, the Knight, I think he is pretty good actually. And again, because of that points, he does fit a niche within the Knights, and so I suspect you probably will see quite a lot of them. I say that not being an expert Knight player.
It looks amazing.
But what I do think you will see a lot of use of is this detachment, because boy howdy, is it really, really hot for Knights players. And you two might not remember this, so I don't think you were playing at the time, but this detachment is actually almost a reprint of the old House Cadmus detachment.
I
remember.
Remember that.
You do remember?
I remember playing your old friend George, in fact.
That's right, with House Cadmus.
With House Cadmus, yeah.
Yeah, and House Cadmus was probably the best Knights detachment back then in 8th edition.
Yep.
And I think that this is going to be up there. So it's called the Free Blade Company. The detachment rule is Knights of Legend. Your Knights... all of them gain a 6 up, feel no pain. Now, some of you out there might go, oh, it's just a 6 up, feel. Do not underestimate how much that increases your longevity on the battlefield across multiple models with lots and lots of wounds. It comes up way more than you think.
Yeah, especially if you're you.
Yes, especially if you're me, in addition, at the start of your command phase, each Imperial Knights model from your army regains 1 lost wound.
Nice that.
Yeah. So our Knight Destrier, 18 wounds, on average will pass 3 feel no pains.
Yeah.
So we're working with 21 wounds.
Yep.
If you don't kill it in 1 turn, 22 wounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it goes on.
Yeah.
This detachment rule alone
Yep.
for Knights is ultra competitive, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I'm only scratching the surface.
Yeah, it's
guys.
given back their staying power, which was their probably biggest weakness.
Yeah,
I think,
this is huge. Like I mean, again, I'm not a Knight expert. I used to play them a lot back in the day, but for me, I would see real potential in this. Let's go over the enhancements. Mysterious Guardian. Imperial Knights model only. The bearer has the deep strike ability.
Classic.
Once per battle at the end of your opponent's turn, if the bearer is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, it can use this enhancement. If it does, remove him from the battlefield. In the reinforcement step of your subsequent phase, set the bearer up anywhere on the battlefield that's more than 9 inches horizontally. So what you're telling me is, I've got an uppy downy on a Knight.
Auto take.
Yeah, because this was in one of the other detachments before, wasn't it? I believe
so.
Guardian, yeah.
Yes.
And I think this is one of those things they've done like a greatest hits and given it a much better detachment rule, and it's sort of like, oh well, that's the really good one now.
Yep.
It's very nice. Yeah.
Okay, next one, Sanctuary. You've got a 5 up invuln against anything.
That's really
That's
nice.
great.
Very
Really
good.
nice.
Yeah.
Next one, Bringer of Justice. Imperial Knights model only. Improve the attack's characteristic of melee weapons equipped by the bearer by 2. And each time the bearer makes a melee attack, you add 1 to the hit roll.
Very nice on the Destrier.
It's going to slap.
Very nice on the Destrier if you
Yes,
give it
it
2
is,
melee
yeah.
weapons.
This is nasty, guys. It's nasty. Hunter's Eye, finally. Imperial Knights model. Range weapons, ignore cover.
Amazing. Crown Crusader.
Amazing.
Crown Paladin.
So,
on a Castellan.
I mean, you're probably
Ignore cover.
taking all 4 of those enhancements.
Yeah.
Now we get to the strats.
Of course you can't.
Yeah.
That's true. Noble Sacrifice, 1 CP. 1 Imperial Knights unit from your army that was just destroyed. You can target the unit with the stratagem. Even though it was just destroyed, your Deadly Demise goes off on a 4+, but you add 1 to the result if it's an Armiger unit.
Stop
instead
it.
of the normal 6.
I hate this so much.
I think this is best stratagem. of the
Just spend 3 command points and auto explode.
game. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Just do that.
I
I'm
don't like it that
sick
you
of the
spend
4
it
up.
and you roll the, and it
It's
doesn't
like-
go off.
Yeah.
But hey, look, for 1 CP,
You should
It's
just
a very
auto
useful
explode.
toolbox.
It's 2 CP or explode. You don't need the 4 up.
Also, I'd rather just give them something while they're alive. Like, come on.
no, I get that.
Like,
But don't worry, your other 5 strats in this, you'll be using.
okay.
Strength from Exile, 1 CP. Shooting or fight phase, 1 Imperial Knights unit from your army that's not been selected to shoot or fight. Till the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes an attack, if there are no other friendly units within 9 inches of your unit, you re-roll a hit roll of 1, and you re-roll a wound roll of 1. Because why not? Just re-roll both.
That's cool.
That's really good.
It's really cool.
It's only 1 CP.
If you have given the Bringer of Justice to a Gallant as well and sent it up front to be a bit of a distraction piece, giving it reroll 1s to hit and to wound against anything it's fighting is excellent.
It's good. Full tilt, 1 CP, movement phase. You flat out advance 6 inches. If you're an Armiger or Destrier, you advance 9 inches.
Okay.
Okay, did you hear what I just said?
Okay, I mean,
That's super fast.
can you advance and charge?
There is not an advance and charge strat in this detachment.
Okay.
Don't the combat knights? There's no advance and charge data sheet.
The House Griffith is in the days of yore.
Yes, that's
Days
right.
of yore, yes.
Okay, but there's no data sheet which allows you to advance and charge innately within the Imperial
Not
Knights
as far
Codex.
as I'm aware.
I don't
Okay.
believe so.
Okay, if there is, you correct us in the comments.
let us know.
Absolutely.
But full tilt either
Because I don't think
way.
even with the bondsman's abilities, there's a way of advancing and charging. I know there's a couple of rerolls here and there.
In
but
Chaos Knights, I know one of the big ones can do it once per
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
But
For me, though, full tilt is still incredible because of the ability to get somewhere where you need to.
especially because the Destria's got the ramjets.
Yeah,
it's got assault as well.
Yeah.
On all of its guns.
It-
this
just
is
go-
huge.
Yeah.
You know, knights often struggle with, I've got this rubbish card which I need to
100%.
do an action in your deployment zone. Well, now,
Suddenly with that
Granted-
Mysterious Guardian,
granted, if you're advancing, you might not be able to do that action, but if it's just placing a model there or whatever it might be, you've got the ability to
The
get
other little thing is it's your movement phase. So even if you move through terrain, you roll that one for being battle shock.
Yeah.
If you use this first,
Yeah.
you know that you'll get what
Yeah.
you need out of it.
you can smash through the walls, yeah.
Okay, point blank barrage, 1 CP. Your shooting phase, 1 Imperial Knights unit from your army that's not been selected to shoot yet. Until the end of the phase, when making ranged attacks with blast weapons, models in your unit can target enemy units while in engagement range of the unit. It also does not suffer a penalty to hit for doing so. However, if you do target units which are you are in engagement range with, on an unmodified hit roll of a 1, you will suffer 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
All right? So
It can be risky, but
yeah.
an easy way of completely shutting down certain knights is just to tag them with something, because
Well,
all of their good guns disappear.
Your Castellan.
Yep.
If it's isolated, you press this button.
Yep.
Yes.
And then you press the reroll ones to hit and wound button.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you annihilate whatever's.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the thing, is there's always the classic thing, if you just, chuck a rhino at a knight, it's not going to stamp on it with its titanic feet, and it just can't shoot its big guns at the thing it's trapped with.
Yeah.
That's nice, that.
Okay, Survivor of Strife, 1 CP. Your opponent's shooting phase just after an enemy unit selected its targets, 1 Imperial Knights unit from your army. Until the end of the phase, each time an attack targets your unit, if the strength characteristic of that attack is greater than your toughness characteristic, you subtract 1 from the wound roll.
Excellent.
Outstanding.
Very nice.
Outstanding, more resilience. And then finally, flanking maneuvers, 1 CP. End of your opponent's fight phase, 1 Armiger unit from your army that's within 9 inches of 1 or more battlefield edges. Remove your unit from the battlefield and place it into strategic reserves.
Would have loved to see this on the Destria.
Yes.
I get that, but I mean, that's going to
might
be
be
a bit too spicy here.
The Destria, if you roll hot on full tilt, can move 24 inches.
Exactly. Yeah. So, look, I think that's an absolutely top tier
Yeah, it's banging.
detachment. If you're a Knights expert and you disagree, please let me know why, and you can join us in the comments below because we'd like to learn. But yeah, I think Feel No Pain alone and regaining a wound to turn is just absolutely huge for Knights. I mean, the detachment rule alone is ridiculous.
I think that combined with the fact that Destria fits into the pantheon of what you've got access to, there's some really interesting things. Even I'm like, it's great. I really like that. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's really nice.
But that's all we have on the Knights. Let's go over to their corrupted kin, the Chaos Knights, next. It's time for a hunt then, is it?
A hell hunt. But with 1 L, not 2.
Yes.
Anyway, Masters of the Pack. So this one is all about Titanic Chaos Knights being paired with the War Dogs, which is a detachment type that's been screaming to happen since the conception of Knights.
Yes.
And they've failed to put it in either of the codexes. So it's about time. So if you've got a friendly War Dog unit affected by an aura ability from a Titanic Chaos Knight, and you have 2 of those War Dogs, then the Titanic Knight gets the ability as well.
Nice.
So that's very nice. Reroll 1s to hit is available in both phases, depending on the knight that you take it on. Your Desecrator for shooting and your Rampager for combat. So
Very tasty.
that's pretty tasty. Rerolls on your knights always very nice. Okay, that's it.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
start.
We've then got our enhancements: Hunter's Helm, Chaos Knights Model, reroll advance and charge rolls for the bearer.
Great.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
Why not? Octagram of Conjuration. Abominant only, while a friendly War Dog model is within 9 inches of this model, and this is an aura. After that War Dog model has shot, you can select 1 enemy unit hit by 1 or more of those attacks. That enemy unit must take a battle shock test. Now, whether this is also subject to the rule that they have, and whether they also get to inflict a battle shock test, I'm not certain. just because the aura says War Dog model. But it remains to be seen. Still, you can get a bunch of War Dogs causing battle shock checks.
Which is very nice.
Which is quite nice, especially with your army rule potentially causing mortal wounds. Throne Tyrannicus. So Titanic model only, command phase, select one other Chaos Knight's character model within 9 inches of the bearer. And if the bearer has one or more aura abilities that affect friendly War Dog models, then your selected Chaos Knight's character, until the start of your next command phase, also gets the aura abilities. So you can basically give one of your Chaos Knight's abilities to a different Chaos Knight.
Very nice.
Now this is quite powerful because obviously those rerolls could be placed on a Tyrant.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yep.
Finally, aspect of the beast. Start your command phase, select a dread ability to be active for the bearer until the start of your next command phase, in addition to the dread abilities active for your army. And you might well want to choose something like mortal wounds if your opponent fails battle shock checks nearby,
nice.
or of course just the -1 to be hit from a distance if you then want to roll randomly on your table.
Yeah.
Oosh.
Nice. Are the strats good?
Well, we have feral arrogance.
Wow.
So
What's the strat called?
Well,
Yay!
we have feral arrogance. But 1 CP, any phase after a mortal wound is done to a Chaos Knight, you can have a 5 up for pain against all mortal wounds for the rest of the phase.
Nice now.
Very necessary
Very
for one
nice
of your big
that.
boys, especially when grenades are
Everywhere.
incredibly effective against everybody ever. Merciless Fusillade is your next one. So 1 CP, shooting or fight phase. Interesting for the name of the strat. 1 Titanic Chaos Knight and 2 friendly War Dogs that have not been selected to shoot or fight. You pick 1 enemy unit that's an eligible target for each of those Chaos Knights units. Each time one of those Chaos Knight units shoots or fights, they get sustained hits against that target. So you basically get a group of 3 knights, which is kind of how the army wants to function, get sustained hits against an enemy
Really
target.
nice.
So you really gank something, basically. Beast Hide Manifestation.
Should probably get that looked at.
Yeah, probably. 1 CP, shoot phase, fight phase, we can basically, it's an Armour of Contempt.
Very nice.
Essentially,
Yep.
Armour of Contempt.
Okay.
I'm not going to get that looked at because that sounds quite good.
Yep.
I'll take Armour of Contempt, thanks. But if you do get it looked at, then you might want to flush the quarry.
Oh, nice.
1 CP, start your movement phase, Titanic Chaos Knights, and up to 3 War Dog units within 6 of that Chaos Knight. Each time all of you move, you can move through models and terrain features,
Wow.
which is incredible. So it's normal, advanced, and fallback. You can go through any terrain feature. So
That's
your
really
group of
good.
knights goes through anything.
Come on, that's really good, guys.
For a CP,
Yeah.
incredible.
Exceptional.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Okay.
Huge.
Then we have Contemptuous Volleys, 1 CP. After you fall back, you can shoot and charge.
Very nice.
Again, incredible in any kind of Knight's attachment, because I think long are the days where they could do that anyway, all the
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Now you are stuck in combat if you're in combat. So this is a great little thing. Finally, Goaded Beast. There's a lot of bestial references here. 1 CP. After your opponent has shot you, you can surge move with your Chaos Knights model, provided you've lost 1 or more wounds. That's potent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very potent.
Yeah, it's just D6 though, isn't it?
It is just D6. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it obviously is good. So it is only 1 CP.
Yeah.
A lot of armies will obviously need to bring a knight down in both phases.
Yes.
So having this in the pocket now makes that much more difficult.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
How would you rate it compared to the other detachments in terms of Chaos Knights?
I think there's a lot of play for it.
Yeah,
I
I
actually
think
think
so,
there's a lot of play for it. I think Chaos Knights have struggled a little since their Lords of Dread kind of got a bit nerfed by the points increase on all the big boys.
Yeah.
And they've struggled even with Infernal. It's not Infernal. The one with the Infernal Pacts, the demonic one where you get lots of stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of been the main take, and the War Dogs and stuff. So this is a really nice way, especially if you're like me and you don't have 100 War Dogs,
Yes.
to hit the table relatively competitively with your collection.
Yeah.
So I definitely think this will get a look in.
Yeah.
Because
Nice.
giving a whole bunch of your War Dogs, your ones, to hit, and the other auras you also have on the other knights, incredible.
Yeah. I think it's a win for both the knights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
big deal.
So no new model for them, for the Chaos Knights, but you have got a nice new detachment. It looks like it's got some good play. Let us know what you think. But finally, we need to round this out with some more new data sheets, some very nice looking AdMech models, and an all new detachment in the Eradication cohort. Beep boop, sir.
Click, click. Servo,
Nice.
servo. Screw, screw. The Adeptus Mechanicus.
Yeah.
New models.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Really cool models.
Really cool models. They definitely have peeled it back from old Scatchers. So the first is kind of like, I guess, a different option if you aren't feeling taking old Crawl.
Cool, yeah.
You could take Thulia Gould, which is very cool.
You could take both.
You could take both. That is true. There's a lot of rules on this model, so we're going to go through them all. So, toughness 8, 2 up, 4 up, 10 wounds, OC3, moves 8. Is a monster, but has the within 3 inches, you can get the lone up thing, much like a lot of the sort of Primarchy, bigger than infantry units that are monsters to keep them a little bit safe, which is very interesting. Her ranged weapons are the Jericho class conversion resonator. There's 2 options here, Titanic Impact and Shockwave. So the Titanic Impact is 2 attacks, hitting on 2, strength 12 minus 3, d6 plus 2 damage. Not bad. It's also devastating wounds.
Which is nice. Yeah.
Very tasty. Then the Shockwave is blast and sustained hits 1, d6 plus 2 attacks, then hitting on 2, strength 6 minus 2, damage 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Great.
It's not bad. It's not bad. For a just big stick, it hits pretty hard. The Rod of the Warforge. The strike profile is 6 attacks, hitting on 2, strength 10, minus 2, damage 3. Basically the last argument, but in Rod format.
Yes.
And then the sweep is 12 attacks, hitting on 2, strength 6, minus 1, damage 1. Slightly less impressive, but still useful against sort of chaff, shall we say. We then come to the abilities section, of which there are 4. One of them refers to a separate page. So we'll come back to that, which is the Rod of the Warforge.
Wouldn't be AdMech without
Wouldn't be AdMech with 2 pages of rules. So Rod of the Warforge is effectively kind of like the Primarchs have their Primarch abilities, but we'll come back to what those abilities are in a minute. But in the command phase, you can select one of the options that are on the subsequent page, and we'll go through them. You have Mechanicus Bodyguard, so within 3 inches you get Lone Up, which is very nice. You have Cybernetic Augmentations, which is this model can move through terrain features, but cannot end a move within a wall, a floor, etc. Good that they pointed that out, given that's physically impossible. This model can be set up or end a move on any floor level of ruins, like a spider, but if this level is not on the ground floor, it can't overhang, which is kind of cool. It's like quite free to move around. And then Secutor of Olympus. At the start of the shooting phase, you can select one enemy vehicle within 12 inches of this model, roll a d6, on a 2, just do d3 plus 1 mortal wounds.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great little ability to have.
Bang!
She is 210 points, I should point out as well. So she's not the cheapest.
Not the cheapest, but she can do her Icons of War, which is what she gets with the Rod of the Warforge. So there's 3 options here. Fanatical Devotion. You can select one friendly Skitari, or yourself, being Thulia Gould, within 6 inches of this model and at the start of your command phase, and that unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charge in a turn which is advanced.
Nice.
Interesting. You can then do the same, but Adaptive Tactics, which allows you to shoot and declare a charge in a turn which you fell back.
Yeah, really
And
nice.
then the Fires of Mars. You can have the Conqueror and Protector Imperative are both active for the unit you select with your stick,
Really nice.
basically.
Yeah.
Great.
All really nice options.
Yeah.
It's a neat little package that does quite a lot.
Yeah.
The weapons are nice. The combat's pretty good. You've got quite a lot going on. Yeah, it's a good rules for a cool new model.
Yeah, she's a really cool model. I don't see her replacing Cool, which is almost like a must-take at the moment. Yeah,
so.
Like between the 2 of them, you can make them Gladius Task Force.
Yeah,
On certain
but
units.
basically, I can see her complementing Cool. Obviously, she's a chunk of points, so you have to account for that. I'll go over the Exterminators and the Fusiliers next.
These guys are cool models,
They
man.
are really cool models. I love the aesthetic of the whole thing. You're looking at 135 points for the Exterminators and 145 for the Fusiliers. One of the things I want to point out before we get stuck into it is that both of these units can only be taken in up to 5.
Yeah.
So, and that actually does have a significant impact on my opinion on these units, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. So, they move 5 inches, toughness 4, 3 up save with a 5 up invuln. They are 2 wounds. They're basically a mini Space Marine with an invuln save, okay? Cool. So for the Exterminators specifically, they have the Histari Arc Blaster, which is anti-vehicle 4+, and it is paired with devastating wounds. So that's really nice, but it is only an 18-inch range. It is only 1 shot, and it is only ballistic skill 4 as a base. Otherwise, you're strength 6 minus 1 damage 2. So it's not like a Drakari Scourge AY Blaster at damage 3. Look, it's good. It's anti-vehicle 4, don't get me wrong. Let's go over the other weapons. Eradication Caster, Dissipated Anti-Infantry 4, 30-inch range. That's 2 shots, Again, hitting on 4, strength 5, -1, damage 2. Again, it is only -1 AP, right? Eradication caster focused, also anti-infantry 4, also 2 shots, but only a 15-inch range. Strength 5, -2, damage 2. They have power weapons as well, because, you know, why not? Actually, I'm going to check. Is that just for the character?
It is, yeah, just the size.
Just for the character. Okay, fine. Right, they've got doctrine and imperatives, as you would expect for AdMech. Broad spectrum targeting augurs is their special rule. Each time modeling the unit makes an attack with an eradication caster, so not the arc blaster, that targets a unit excluding monster and vehicles, they have sustained hits 1. So you're looking at 10 shots here, guys, regardless of which, whether it's dissipated or focused. All right, you might get 1 or 2 sustained on it. It's okay. It's okay, but I'm not blown away.
Because you get the Arc Blaster and the Eradication Caster on every model, is
Yes.
that? Yes.
Yeah,
They get
both.
it's a little shoulder mount thing.
It's worth touching on the imperatives, obviously, because you can get +1 ballistic skill from one of them relatively easily.
Yes.
Or you can have the extra AP.
Yep.
Thule Ghoul obviously can put you in both.
Yep.
You can get both at the same
Which is
time.
fine.
So.
But you are only 5
only 5
people. You're not that tough to kill, in my opinion. So that's how I'm looking at it at the moment. Let's go over to the Fusiliers. They have a neutron fusel. This is a 24-inch range, 1 shot, strength 12, -3, damage D6, +1. So they've got a las cannon effectively. As you pointed out, you can get +1 to hit. You can stack your various army rules, but that's what they've got. They've got also a Hastari Phosphor Blaster, which ignores cover at 18-inch range. Ballistic skill 4, strength 5, no AP, damage 1. Their special rule is monocular targeting helms. Each time you modeling this unit makes an attack with a neutron fusel against a monster or a vehicle unit, that attack has the ignores cover ability. Useful, very useful, and you'll be on a -3 las cannon effectively. I'm a bit confused with the unit rolls, and the reason I say that is you've got one hand has an anti-vehicle haywire, devastating wounds weapon, and then the other has a las cannon, but then the other has also better all-round guns.
Yeah.
The Fusiliers are more expensive by 10 points. If you could take these in units of 10, that would be a substantial increase in firepower, and I'd find them a bit more interesting. But for me, when looking at what AdMech players often do, and when I faced it, when they're rocking those chickens, guys, okay? They're rocking those chickens with those ridiculous las cannons. You know, they're really cool. They're really tough. They've got an amazing breakpoint in the wounds characteristic they have. They kind of just, I think, have better firepower than these guys. What am I missing?
Well, one thing I also want to say is it feels like, for me, they've put the rules of their mounted shoulder guns the wrong way round.
Yeah.
I feel like the Fusiliers should have the anti-vehicle ones,
Right.
and then the Exterminator should have the phosphor ones,
Right.
because then you have 5 that put out a lot of anti-vehicle firepower,
Right.
and
The other one's got anti-infantry.
Anti-infantry. So therefore having 5 is that they're doing one job rather than both trying to do 2 different jobs for 5 dudes.
Yeah. Now, it's entirely possible that maybe there's a mistake on this. You know, we've been sent the wrong thing, and that maybe those weapons swap around. But
Based on the model and how it's...
Lore-wise, it might make sense for your squad to be able to deal with 2 different targets.
Yeah, of
As
course.
we know in 40k, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
However, the AdMech have had the forethought to allow their sergeant to also equip a heavy weapon.
Yes.
So it's possibly the only faction in the game that's realised that giving your sergeant the same weapon as the rest of them is a good idea.
Yeah.
I think what you might potentially see is the Fusiliers alongside the las chickens.
Yeah, okay.
And now you start to see an entire sea of las cannon fire.
Yeah.
Because I think they're relatively efficient. They're going to get the +1 to hit. Surprised they don't have heavy, actually. But they'll get the +1 ballistic skill.
Yeah.
They'll be AP3 ignoring cover. You potentially will be AP4 ignoring cover and with assault, because obviously you get that easily. You'll get heavy if you have the other one, the Protector Doctrine. So there's a lot of stacking buffs that's difficult for an outsider, myself included, to really see the web of what you end up with as the final product for AdMech. So if there is some crazy spiciness that will be applied to these guys that suddenly makes them busted, do let us know.
Yeah, I'd love to know. What are we missing? But for me, are you buying those over just more chickens? You know what I mean? I don't quite get. They're not focused enough for me, or you can't take them in large enough units for me. Maybe they are ultra competitive. Granted, they're cheaper than chickens.
Yeah.
But they seem quite killable to me.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go over. Maybe it's all in this detachment.
Maybe. I mean, the last one, Halo Screed, was pretty good.
Yep.
That was pretty good.
So this one, it's also probably quite good.
Come on then, eradicate me.
Okay, I will with my Murderous Imperative,
Oh.
which is our detachment rule. So each time a Skitarii unit, so Skitarii units is of course the vast majority of it, but specifically not the Breachers or any of the Priests.
Yeah.
So if we've got Protector Doctrine in play, Protector Imperative, we can reroll 1s to hit. If we've got Conqueror in play, we reroll 1s to wound.
Okay, it's good.
Quite nice.
It's
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
bit of efficiency. Obviously, if we've got Protector in, then we're going to be hitting better anyway. And then we're rerolling 1s on all those better hits. So we're going to be very efficient at hitting the enemy. We then have our enhancements. Omnicogitator, Martial Model only, Conqueror Imperative, and Protect Imperative both active for the bearers unit.
Nice.
We can already see with Thulio Gould,
Yep.
like there's so many ways to get both active on any
So
given
therefore
unit.
you'd be rerolling 1s to hit and to wound effectively.
Yes, and you get, I believe, pretty much full rerolls to hit with a Marshal. I'm pretty sure that's what you get with a Marshal, and a free strat, I believe, is what the
If
Marshal
you've got
gives you.
cool as well, given
And
them.
they can lead these new Histarii because they can be led by Rangers.
Yeah.
We've then got Marshal Signatum Amplificator. Tech Priest model, you get Skitarii. So now you can give the Breachers that Skitarii keyword. And guess what? You can
very
now
useful.
use Thulio Gould's rule to buff that unit.
Yep, that's pretty
Wow.
nasty.
So it now starts to, and look, I love it, but I hate it.
Yes.
The amount of cross the web
Yeah.
that you have to get through.
Yeah.
Bellicosa class capacitor veins.
Nice.
Add 6 to your range characteristic of ranged weapons equipped by the models in the bearer's unit, +1 to the strength characteristic
Ooh.
of those weapons. I mean, that's quite interesting on the Histarii.
Yeah, it is
That
quite
is
interesting
actually.
actually.
Got an inbuilt reroll hits if you've got the Marshal
Yeah.
in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now you've got strength 13.
Yeah,
That's
that's good.
Yeah, ignores
good.
cover AP3.
Rerolling 1s to
Yeah.
hit and to wound.
Yeah.
Which presumably if you've been
Yeah.
gilded.
Okay. Omnissire's Fury. This is a martial only, +2 attacks to melee weapons, +1 AP and damage to the melee as well. Their base damage 1, so now you're actually able to hit a little bit better with them.
Yeah.
You might sprinkle this in there, just have a bit of counterpunch on foot.
Yeah.
Or as just a cool thing. Speaking of cool things, we've got a servo-driven charge.
Oh.
So for 1 CP, we can get Lance on the melee weapons on one of our
nice.
admech
That's
units.
good.
That's
yeah.
very nice.
Lance is fantastic.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, very useful, especially for those multi-limbed,
Yes.
horrible boys.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Like Rustalkers and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not bad on the spear chickens as well.
Spear chicken, I believe they
Oh,
have.
they already
Lance
have the lance,
already.
don't they? Yeah.
Yes. Unrelenting aggression.
Oh, hello.
So 1 CP, movement phase, after admech unit falls back, you are able to shoot if you fell back. If you're Skitarii, you can also charge.
Very nice.
Nice, okay.
Yeah. So
She's also got the ability to effectively give that to units when needed.
So
as well.
she's almost like just giving you one of these strats or
Yeah.
enhancements for freezies, right?
Which is cool.
Unshackled Wrath. This is a very angry detachment.
Yeah.
1 CP, Skitarii unit, select Sustained or 1. All of your ranged weapons have those abilities. Or you can choose to have Sustained, Lethal, and Hazardous.
Okay.
Nice, I
I
like that.
think you're unlikely to take the second one, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You could, if you ran the Breachers,
Yeah.
because you could take the Dominus, which I think gives you a 5 if you want to pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the 3 mortals from Hazardous, you could,
right.
if you want to pain.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, Breacher unit's got play in this detachment.
Yeah.
But you could then
I think
also
so.
make that Dominus a Skitarii keyword.
Yes, you could make the unit Skitarii. Yeah, absolutely. Threat cogitation targeters. Shooting phase. Skitarii vehicle that's not shot yet. You can reroll damage against monsters and vehicles for 1 CP.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's strange they'd release that and then have a unit that has las cannons that is not a vehicle.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, because
Get some chickens, I
that's
guess.
good on the chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good on the chickens.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Fine. Precision Onslaught. 1 CP, charge phase after Sicarian unit has charged. You roll a d6 for each model within your unit that's in engagement range of the enemy, and a 4+ is a mortal wound.
Right.
So you got your jump pack intercessors rule, essentially.
Yeah.
On
Nice.
These guys, it's nice, but they are 40mm bases, so you probably only get 5
Yeah.
or 6 in there. Analytic Reprisals. This has had surprisingly easy names compared to every other AdMech
Yes.
rule in existence. 1 CP, opponent shoot phase. after a Skitarii infantry unit has lost one or more models as a result of the attacks, you can shoot, but you can only shoot the thing that shot you. Nice. For 1 CP.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 So overall, what's the verdict? Again, not an AdMech expert.
I don't think it's going to compare to Halo Screed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Halo Screed is just so powerful with a whole range of other units. You're more likely to port the new models into Halo Screed than you are to move to this and then take units over to it.
I also think as well with anything with AdMech, you almost have to let it settle a bit because almost once it gets cogitated by all their various...
Yes.
It then comes out and it's like, oh, they've won every game in the last 10 months.
Yes.
It's like, oh, whoops. Like, do you know what I mean? There's always a
But it'll take like 5 months to get to that point.
No one's figured out the secret sauce yet, but then you're like, well, if this character gets this keyword and joins this unit and gets this buff and it's stood next to this unit on a Tuesday, then you get AP10 las cannons.
Yeah,
like,
your name's Richard Siegler, and you've won. You've
broken AdMech again.
I mean, he's probably going to see like through the binary code on this. I'm not 100% convinced on these new units. I love the look of them, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. You AdMech experts, perhaps tell us what's the combo we're missing. I'm just always like, but would you take more chickens? But I suppose they are infantry, and if you're, I mean, I know it's very competitive to just spam the AdMech infantry, so maybe
maybe you've already maxed out your chickens.
You might
maybe
have the Skitarii Hunter cohort, which has always been a competitive take.
Exactly,
where you've got stealth across the whole army and Field of Pain 5 up available.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a route you go
And like Mike
with
said,
these
if you've
guys.
already
Uppy,
maxed out all
downy.
your las cannon chickens, you can take more las cannons now.
Yeah.
Just keep adding las cannons.
Add more las
cannons.
Look, they've got 3 defilers.
Yeah.
We need an answer to that.
Well,
so we're going to bring las cannons.
Look, guys, that is all that we have time for. We can't continue to add las cannons upon las cannons upon las cannons because it's just going to get too much. The one other thing that we should do a quick shout out for is Tau. The Twin Lance did get a little bit of a debuff. They're up to 185 points. I think many people would argue that that's still very much
a bargain.
Very much a bargain for what they do.
Yeah.
But beyond that, that is the top line. That's all of the new units, all of the new detachments, some absolutely belting winners in there.
The new characters did go down as well. So the Votan guy and the Tyranid Prime has gone down.
Yes.
And rightly so, because they're a little bit over.
Yeah. And I mean, the Tyranid Prime, yeah, that's nice. Yeah. So guys, what do you think? Join us in the comments, let us know. Do you like the new data sheets? What have we missed? What have we gotten right? We'll join you there. And of course, next week we'll be back with another Metaslayer show. Bye-bye for now.
Want more tabletop tactics? Then get yourself an on-demand membership. You get at least 3 additional shows every single week, covering Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer the Old World, and much more. That's right, each month our members can enjoy 8 full battle reports, as well as our faction focus and codex reviews, get closer to the team with 4 exclusive talk shows, as well as full access to our thriving Discord server. Members can also benefit from a growing library of painting tutorials from our studio painter, and whilst you enjoy your hobby, you can binge our seasons of RPG content. Right now, new members can access all of this and hundreds more shows for an introductory price of just $4.99 a month or $49.99 for a full year. Join Tabletop Tactics On Demand today and become part of our community.